Greetings, chess players! My name is Chris Torres, and this is Daily Chess Musing. This is also our ongoing coverage of the Mission 360 Bay Area Chess Grandmaster International Master Invitational Norm Tournament. This is a big deal. This is the second Mission 360 Bay Area GMIM Invitational Norm Tournament. And what all that means is two young guys in the San Francisco Bay Area. They're both in high school. They're both FIDE masters. They started an organization called Mission 360. And Mission 360 is working with Bay Area Chess, which is working with Cal Chess, which is and the EAT Foundation sponsoring and the events. And a lot of people in Northern California are working together and to create opportunities for local players in the United States to earn norms. Norms are a point requirement toward your title. So you need, for example, to get an international master title, you need to earn 3 international master norms, plus have a rating over 2400. To earn a norm, you have to play in a tournament that has a high enough rating pool. So the tournament has to be highly rated, lots of strong players. It has to have enough rounds. And it also must contain enough foreign players under other flags. Now, the first two requirements are relatively easy to do in the United States. Run a strong enough tournament and have enough rounds. That's not too hard. The third one is actually pretty tricky in the United States because we have such a big surface area that it's hard. You have to, like in the first of these tournaments, in the inaugural Mission 360 Bay Area Chess Tournament, they brought a grandmaster all the way from China. That costs a lot of money. It's hard to do. So let me, now that we've, while we're waiting for the action, and the action will be beginning shortly, let me go to the web browser. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to dailychessmusings.com, which is part of this community. It's a big part. It's what started this Daily Chess Musings community. Another part is our club on chess.com. So the Mission 360 Bay Area GMIM Invitational Norm Tournament. This second one is from April 1st through April 5th. And there's a Grandmaster Gabor Nagy. There's Grandmaster Leonid Udison representing Israel. Grandmaster David Berkses representing Hungary, right? See, this is what I mean. These players are representing, they're top-notch players, and they're representing foreign countries. Then there's somebody I'm very impressed with, FIDE Master Eric Lee. FIDE Master Eric Lee is one of the founders of Mission 360. There's two founders. The other one is FIDE Master Kevin Pan. And they're both too young to drive, but they aren't too young to found a nonprofit and organize historic chess tournaments. Then there's Josiah Stearman. He's going to be graduating college, UC Berkeley, at the age of 20. Michael Lee, all the way from Washington State, not too far away. Vyam Vidyarthi from the South Bay area. And then there's Maria Malika, FIDE Master Maria Malika from Poland. FIDE Master Austin May and FIDE Master Ming Lu. Check it out. I had to use Austin May. We don't have a lot of good pictures for, so I used his chess.com profile photo. And so here's the schedule. I'm going to be with you today, broadcasting all the action from San Jose, California. And let me get back to my Twitch screen. And let's see. So far, I do not see that the games for round 2 have started yet. But they should be popping up soon, because this is also broadcast on chess.com. While we are waiting, let me show you the Mission 360 website. I'll be checking in back and forth. So the Mission 360 website. Let me, if I just go through my blog, I'll find the links. I have lots of links. There's the Eid Foundation's YouTube channel. Let's see. I mean, I could type it in, but I would rather just click a link. Here we go. No. Let's see. Mission 3. Yeah, here we go. This is the key one here. It has, 4 of the organizations that are working together. I love these groups. You should definitely support these groups. So here's Mission 360 Foundation, and about us. Let me show you. So there's Kevin Pan. There's Kevin teaching a class. There's Kevin's mom. She's a super nice lady. Super nice lady. And there's Eric Lee, FIDE Master Eric Lee. These guys are super talented chess players. Super talented. I mean, Kevin Pan's a 10-time California state champion. That's amazing, right? Eric Lee was part of the USCF All-America Chess Team in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. I mean, crazy. These guys are crazy talented. And Josiah Stearman is a board member and an advisor. He's crazy awesome chess player as well. And he has a BA in applied math from University of California, Berkeley. Maybe he already graduated. I think he's graduating this spring, is what I want to say. So those are the people that are seriously involved. Let me go ahead and show you something else while we're waiting. Let me make sure that my screen is good. What happened to my screen? Why is my screen all black? It should not be all black. So I don't know why my web browser is showing up as all black. Let me switch back to Twitch. There it is. Now, web browser, black. Weird. Weird. Why is the web browser thing not picking up my browser windows? That's just so weird. Let me try again. Nope. Still the same problem. I must fix that during commercial break, because I wanted to show you also Bay Area Chess, and I wanted to show you Cal Chess, but my screen is black. So that's unfortunate, but it's okay. While I'm here anyways, let me tell you about daily chess musings. I have been a huge advocate for chess for a very long time. I am the current Cal Chess journal editor, and also the Cal Chess Scholastic coordinator. Means I really focus a lot of energy on Scholastic chess in my region, and for the past 15 or so years, I've been blogging um, in my Chess Musings blog, and so that so it's really cool. It kind of is a mixture of huge, exciting chess events plus local things. Sometimes blog posts just about classes I taught locally. So I've been doing that a very long time. And then in 2020, I got very sick. I was in the hospital, and when I got out of the hospital, I decided to upgrade the blog. So I got it its own uh, what do you call it? Its own URL. Instead of being part of the WordPress URL, I went and got dailychessmusings.com. And then, yeah, there was some interest. People were on lockdown, so I ran a camp, a summer camp, free summer camp for kids. 1,000 kids signed up. So suddenly I had this big community, and we were using the dailychessmusings.com. We were using YouTube, Daily Chess Musings on YouTube. And then we were using chess.com. We formed a club on chess.com. And now that I'm a streaming partner on chess.com, here I am on Twitch. And our chess.com club has tons, over 2,000 members. Our blog has 1,300 something official subscribers. Our YouTube channel has close to 2,000 followers, and it's just amazing how this community has grown. We do fun events. I try and include other people in the chess community in these events, and it's a group of like-minded people that love chess and want to share their passion for chess with everybody else in the club. So if you want to grow with us in chess, go check out the Daily Chess Musings Club on chess.com. Go check out dailychessmusings.com. Check us out on YouTube, Daily Chess Musings. Follow us on Twitch. I'm still waiting for these games to start for round 2. Let me try. I'm going to go to round 3 and then back to round 2. Nope, they are not here yet. They should be popping up relatively soon. The round started at 11:30. So we should be seeing some action really soon. And while we're waiting for that kind of action, I'm going to go ahead and run. Actually, I'm going to call my wife over. Megan? So I wanted to show the viewers some stuff about, the web browser. So like, I go to my blog, right? And I wanted to show stuff. But when I go to web browser, it goes total black.
So you click on Window, and then...
Oh, she fixed it. Thank you, Megan.
You're welcome.
All right, so here's the web browser. And it is working now, so I can show you all about my friends in Northern California who have come together for this. Hang on. Trying not to make you dizzy. All right, so we looked at Mission 360. Let's look at Bay Area Chess real fast. They are transforming lives through chess, says so right here. Must be true, and let me tell you it is. Kidding aside, it is definitely true. Look at this busy schedule. Holy moly! Look at all these tournaments they're running. This is crazy. This is why we are so good. Northern California is so good because Bay Area Chess runs all these tournaments. They teach in all these schools. I mean, we have just a wonderful, wonderful. Let me click the About Us. Meet Us. There we go. So, president of the board, Salman Azhar. Uh, this guy, super impressive. And then James Bethany, really nice guy in charge of enrichment. Zarina, operations. Um, Svetlana, I sat next to her at a tournament recently. Super nice. Um, just amazing, amazing group of people. Um, and yeah, you wanna find out about Bay Area chess. You can do that now. All right, so let me hit the back button. And I was going to show you about CalChess. Here's CalChess, calchess.org. Um, awesome organization. There it says Chris Torres is our new CalChess Journal editor. Yep, I am. Let's click About Us. There's Tom Langland, president. Oh, there's Salman Azhar again. See, this guy's a busy guy. Vice president. Treasurer Richard Kepke. I run into Richard at the San Francisco Symphony. Stephen Shaughnessy he's Elizabeth Shaughnessy's son from Berkeley Chess. And then, yeah, just a wonderful group of people. And there I am, Scholastic Coordinator. I I really, scholastics are so important to an organization because it is the next generation of players and keeping them engaged so that they turn into young adults and start things like Mission 360. It's a very important job. So, it's CalChess. Let's click the CalChess Live and see. I'm curious if round two has started on here yet. So I'm quickly taking a peek. It has not. Round two has not started on here yet either. All right, so we are not missing anything, ladies and gentlemen. We are just waiting for the moves to be transmitted. So what, um, sorry, there was some dish clatter and I got worried because my wife got a new tea set for her birthday. I would hate for that to break. Um, so there's the inaugural one. Let's zoom back. There I go, making my viewers dizzy again. Sorry about this. This is the one we're doing right now. So again, Grandmaster Gabor Nagy, Grandmaster Leonid Udison, Grandmaster David Berkses, FIDE Master Eric Lee, International Master Josiah Stearman, I am Michael Lee, I am Viam Via Diarthi, FIDE Master Maria Malika, FIDE Master Austin May, and FIDE Master Ming Lu. So this is a top-notch tournament. All the guys that are FIDE Masters are trying to become International Masters. Eric Lee is going to be featured in the CalChess Journal, but he wants to wait until he gets his IM title. Wow. I mean, that's how goal-orientated these young people are. Still no games? That's fine. That's fine. Let's see. Yeah, on the Daily Chess Musings blog, you can find stuff about any number of things. See, look, here's a really nice game by Francisco Anchondo. Watch. So Francisco takes quick control of the center, and he turns center domination. center domination into a victory. I make these with the chess.com GIF maker. If you Google chess.com GIF maker, you can make your own chess GIFs or GIFs. Sadly, I think the guy who invented the GIF, or GIF, however you pronounce it, passed away just last week. But a very nice game by Francisco. Very instructive. See how his control of the center is reached across even to black side of the board, which gives your pieces extra space to do this kind of fun stuff, right? Now watch this. Boom. Knight has an outpost. That's my dog itching. She jingles. And then, yeah. I mean, see? You control the center. You dominate the center. You dominate the chess game. Oftentimes. Alright. So that's dailychessmusings.com. I'm really pleased with the community that it's turned into. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get back to Twitch screen, and still nothing from round 2. So I'm going to go ahead and run some advertisements, and I think maybe give my dog a pet, because I think she wants my attention. And then when I come back, we should be seeing some cool stuff. All right. I will be right back. I will be running a free online chess club for everyone who wants to learn. To further this idea, I published a mission statement for Daily Chess Musings that reads, "All those who want to learn chess are welcome here." Our free weekly chess club begins with a live meeting Wednesday at 3:00 p.m. Pacific Time. Remember, you do not need to attend the weekly meetings when they are live to participate, and all students have an entire week to complete their suggested lessons. In this way, the Daily Chess Musings free weekly chess club is 100% flexible to your needs and schedule. New instructions and assignments will be given every Wednesday. If you have to miss a week, no worries. I will make all of the videos and assignments freely available on dailychessmusings.com so you can catch up when it's convenient. Special prizes will also be awarded for top performers in different categories. Plus, we will hold regular tournaments on Fridays and Saturdays, along with special events including scheduled matches between groups, simuls, group chess, and blitz games against me, Coach Chris. So what's the catch? There isn't one. I just want to give everybody the same opportunity to benefit from chess that I had as a child. For over 20 years, I have paved the way for the success of thousands of children regardless of their entry-level skill. By training with me, you will gain the valuable tools and skills needed to excel as a chess player. An extraordinary chess club experience with a top-tier instructor, the confidence and motivation necessary to surpass your chess goals and fast-track improvement.
Hey everybody, Shelby from American Chess Equipment. That's www.amchesseq.com. We're the official chess supplier of Daily Chess Musings. Now, if you're a tournament chess player or just need some for the home, check out our new clocks here. This is our Bobby Fischer chess clock made by DGT. It's the DGT North American, just with different colors and way better instructions. Now, if you really want a high-end chess clock, your kid wants a Chronos, but they're hard to find, or Chronoses are impossible to use. What you really want is you want the VTech. The VTech is something designed by me, Shelby Lorman, for the tournament chess player. It's easy enough for people my age, I'm in my 40s, to use. You don't have to hand it off to an 8-year-old to get set. If you want something really cool, we can do customization for you. We can customize clocks, we can customize boards, we can customize scorebooks. If your kid has a habit of losing stuff and you're sick of replacing chess equipment, check out our items here. Now, if your kid has a habit of losing his chess clock, this is something that we can do for you that nobody else can. It looks like a normal, everyday, high-end chess clock, right? Now, let's flip this around. You can see it's got my face on it and everything else. This is a vinyl ink that's very hard to come off. So even if your kid loses it, nobody's going to be able to keep it. Something really nice for the house, you gotta check out our wood sets and boards right here. Now, if you want something nice for the house, I'd recommend something like this. This is our 20-inch pedestal board with our Zagreb set. Let me get this set up for you. Are we the end-all be-all for chess equipment? Maybe not. But we support Scholastic Chess, especially here in Southern California. And if there's anything you need, even if I don't sell it, I can help you find wherever you need to go. So, remember, American Chess Equipment, www.amchesseq.com for all your chess needs.
Hi, I am James Eade of the Eade Foundation. Who am I and what is the Eade Foundation? That's the subject of this video today. I am a chess player from way back when I was in high school. I would win adult tournaments as well as high school scholastic type of tournaments. I got very good. I could even challenge grandmasters and I could fight them. But I wasn't really as good as most of them. So I started to do other things. I would write chess books, for example. I wrote countless articles, 5 total chess books. And I did a lot of other things like organizing international master tournaments, grandmaster tournaments, various tournaments of various types, FIDE Futurities, that sort of thing. And I did a lot of chess. And in 2018, the United States Chess Federation gave me the Outstanding Career Achievement Award. So that's a little bit about me. But what about the Eade Foundation? What's the Eade Foundation? The Eade Foundation was started to help build communities through chess. Chess is what I did. Chess is what I knew. This is the way I could help other people. And by sharing what I had, the resources that I had with those who did not have those resources, I felt that I could make a contribution to society, however incremental it was. It was a contribution. And so I found that this was pretty successful. And it was successful because I would get things like this. These are children in Uganda. These are orphans in Uganda sending me a happy birthday message. And I would get, the Divine Chess Academy was one example. They had to make boards out of the paper. And so I could send them real sets and boards so they could have resources to play. I helped in Zambia, South Africa, and other places. And this is what the Eade Foundation does. We help seniors too. Senior centers can start up and hold, because if we know that if they hold chess tournaments or chess clubs and start them, people keep their minds active. And even though it may not prevent something, a devastating thing like dementia or Alzheimer's, it can delay the onset of symptoms. So this is part of what the Eade Foundation does. The Eade Foundation also has the Arthur Award. The Arthur Award is given for chess excellence. Someone writes an essay every year, and this year's winner was Alexi Root from the University of Texas at Dallas. So these are some of the things that the Eade Foundation does. Help players, regardless of what language you speak, regardless of what country you're from, become part of the chess community. And if you're part of the community, you're never alone. So visit us for more videos on the Chess Files, Fridays, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And I hope to see you then, because until then, let's stay connected, be part of a community.
Can you move your neck? Ding, ding, dong. Good job! High five!
The game of chess is a beautiful game because you get to be the king. You get to command an entire army of chess figures. You are in charge. In life, you you may not get to make all the decisions yet. In chess, you get to make all the decisions. Greetings, chess players. Action has started. Let me check my windows real fast. And yeah, looks good. Okay. So the action has started. Wait, this is the wrong round though. What happened? Megan? We are looking at round 1 games.
Well, go to round 2.
Uh,
Weren't you on round 2 before?
I thought I was. I think maybe we clicked so fast. It says round 2.
It says round 2.
Uh-huh.
Click on the game.
There we go. Yeah. So I guess when we were clicking, see, round 2 starts
Oh,
on
I
game
see.
6.
I went back.
Ah, got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
so
6,
it's
7.
all right. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's start with David Berkses and Ming Lu. Knight f3, d5, d4. So queen's pawn opening could be any number of things, and then c4. So we're likely to see a Slav from from Ming Lu. And then g3 against the Slav. So here's that Slav structure. The Slav pawn structure. It's like I said, it's like playing the London with black against Queen's Gambit. It's a good opening. And we're seeing this again, where the knight targets. We saw that in one of the games last night. It seems to be a more popular method of going at black's full Slav structure. And the idea is that black's pieces are really focused on e4. And so white's chipping away at that with the threat of the bishop here. And it doesn't really hurt white to do this because, look, nothing's threatening their pawn on d4. So the knight and f3 had been controlling d4, and now it's moved. Dx c4, interesting. So oftentimes, what ends up happening is white's gonna be able to move this and then collect the pawn, or black's gonna defend, end up with a c6, b5, c4 pawn structure. But see, we've got this dynamic here with the knight and bishop. So I'm expecting the knight to take the bishop on the next move. Boom, there it goes. And now, normally, see, this bishop would be threatening that pawn, but it seems like this bishop's going to go here instead. Let's see what happens. It does not. So black defends it, and now it fills the house. And so this bishop's on a long, beautiful diagonal. I actually kind of like this line for white. That's interesting. I mean, after white castles, there's even fun stuff with like knight takes b5 possibly, right? You can't do it right now because the queen could come out and say Chekaruski. And this is where we're at. So interesting. Let us go to the next. See what happened. So we're going to have a Sicilian here. What is this? The Con Sicilian? Yeah, I think it's the can or the con. I think it's the can. It's not by the same. It's not by um, the same con. It's the Cara can. It's different. And then we get the e5 played. So it's a little bit like the Kalishnikov in that sense. So f7 will be a possible target, but black takes control of that, so the bishop can't go to c4 right away. Bishop e3. Launching a pawn early must be part of the opening. And again, we see Josiah Stearman. This is Austin May versus Josiah Stearman playing very aggressively, creating mega imbalances. Okay. Queen in the same file as opponent's king. I'm guessing we're going to see Josiah get his bishop there and then try and push this pawn forward so his bishop sees all the way across. This is what I'm guessing is going to be the plan. And alright, so he castles. We are castled on opposite sides. And white is already, Austin May is already disrupting black's pawn structure, their safety shield, in front of the castled king. And here it comes. So Josiah is planning to push this forward so that this sees all the way across, right? He's going to make his bishop a star. And that's where we're at. Interesting. You know, a lot of people would play the exchange here, but I have to wonder about just scooting the pawn forward because this knight does not have a lot of good squares to go to, right? Would have to retreat back to h7. So I'm thinking maybe g5 and then knight h7. We'll see what happens. But forcing the knight back into the corner like that seems very tempting, at least. Let me run the tournament slideshow. There, now you can see what the players look like instead of watching me sip my coffee. That should be better. What do we have here? What happened in this one? Let's see. So we've got d4, knight f6, c4. White gets complete control of the center. Look at this. Well, not complete. I mean, black is controlling d5 twice, but white has a big edge in the center, and black immediately attacks it with c5. And white gets a rook into a semi-open file right off the bat. But that's leaving a2 undefended, which may be important at some point. There's two ways. I mean, you could have also played knight f3 to defend d4 again, right? Or you could have played bishop b5, which was played here. And then if you're black, do you want to put the question to that bishop? Do you want to play a6? Maybe. And they do. Boom, boom. And check it out. Now this rook is in an open file. Very nice, Ericly. You got your rook in an open file by move 10. That's a pretty cool line. Bishop e7. So black's getting ready to castle. White's going to castle. I think most of us would really like white's position here. I think most everybody would prefer to be white. White is controlling, has two center pawns, has a beautiful knight, right? And a beautiful rook. Look at black. No center pawns, no beautiful pieces. So something went wrong for Michael in this opening. Let us move to the next board. We are looking at Viam Vidyarthi versus Maria Malika. Both sides Phi and Kedouin on the same diagonal. White has a center pawn. And this is to stop incursions like this that would get rid of the bishop. So white wants to, Viam wants to keep his bishop pair. And Maria is very interested in exchanging the light bishop off. Doesn't this like mess up her pawn structure severely if white takes? Am I missing something? Can't you do that and really mess up the pawn structure? Okay, let's see what happens. He does not. Viam does not take. So Maria takes, and now white has a queen develop, just needs to get the knight, and they've got their 3 opening goals taken care of. 3 opening goals, pawn in center, castle, unify rooks. Black castles. There we go. 3 opening goals, pawn in the center, castle, and unify rooks. This is what I teach. Memorizing openings, that can come later. What you want to do is understand what players are fighting for, how they're fighting for the center, and how they're completing these tasks. So Maria has not completed all 3 tasks yet. She's going to need to bring her queen out relatively soon. And maybe b6 seems like a good square for the queen. We'll see how it goes. I mean, certainly queen c7 is another possibility, but I'm guessing she's going to play queen b6. And if you're white, do you put your rook in the semi-open file? I think you might. Let me see if I got my Tic Tacs. Oh, good. My throat was dry for a second. Well, I'm going to go with the rook f to e1. It really improves the rook. It's an easy move to make. It's not scary by any means. And let's see. Leonid Udison gets another quick draw. This time with the orangutan. And then a draw is agreed very quickly. So a couple times now Leonid is just playing and getting quick draws. It is the Sabbath, so, and he may be tired. I mean, he's not in his usual time zone. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about how we've kicked things off. Oops, I've backed up too far. Game 6. We are looking at David Berkes versus Lu Ming. And in a Slav, you want to get your other bishop like this. Probably your bishop here, and then castle. That's what black's going to be trying to do. White's going to try and castle. and cause problems. This bishop on this diagonal is a problem. Okay, so Lu Ming does something that doesn't seem to fit with the usual Slav ideas. Let's just put it that way, and could be. Let's see. I might play Queen C2 here, because then you're targeting another weak pawn, right? I think Queen C2 is just a good move. This pin does not really bug me very much. This is actually undefended, so I'm fine with that. I like my bishop's better than this bishop. Queen C2, targeting F5. That's what I predict. And just answering a message or two. Let us go to the next board. By the way, my name is Chris Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings. We are broadcasting live from Northern California, the Mission 360 Bay Area Grandmaster International Master Norm Tournament number 2. Top-notch chess. Hopefully you okay. Hopefully you guys enjoy this kind of programming. It is a unique pleasure for me not only to watch this level of chess, but to know that it's happening in my backyard, because so many people that I know, so many of my friends are working together. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Austin May and Josiah Stearman. So when we left... So G5 was played. I predicted maybe G5. Boom, there it is. Now the drawback of G5 means these pawns are harder to disrupt, right? They're going to remain a shield. The plus side of playing G5 is this knight gets pushed way over there. And even if it circles around, it still can't get in to the game because D5 has been played. So Josiah's got a terrible knight that he needs to deal with. But he has the ability to now try and disrupt these pawns with his own pawn storm, which he is going to be starting, it looks like. I think we're going to see knight c5 from Josiah very soon. And then if anything takes on c5, then this pawn's going to take back. So the b file is going to be open, and for him to place a rook, and then Josiah is going to attack. He'll send the a pawn down the board, get the other rook. Let me try and fix my arrows, guys. There we go. So what do you play as white then? What do you play as white? You need to kind of brace yourself for this level of attack. We know knight c5's coming. We know. Josiah, this is what b6 tells us. It's a move that tells us that knight c5 is on the way. Oh man. You know, I'm very concerned. Yes, this knight is stuck. However, if need be, it can circle around like this, right? Because we know that knight's going to c5 anyways. Yeah, I like what Josiah's created here. Having a knight on c5 is going to be bad for white. And then if they take in any fashion, like knight takes, then pawn takes, right? And then this rook moves over, and then this pawn moves down. And suddenly, black has a crushing attack. Crushing. So we just got to wait and see what Austin May does, because we know what Josiah's got planned because of his pawn to b6 move. And then here we are back with Eric Lee and Michael Lee. And let's see. You just gotta like white's position here. You really gotta like white's position. Probably both sides are gonna castle. It doesn't have to though. I mean, you could play queen f3 and then black castles, right? You could develop your queen first, but both sides are going to be castling soon. This is an all-star. This is an all-star. All-star pieces for Eric right away. And check out the center domination. Just dominating the center. When you dominate the center, you can dominate the chess game. So I really like Eric's play. And let's look at Maria Viam versus Maria. Again, Maria's from Poland. And, oh, yeah, so queen c7 was played. I had, did I mention queen b6, though? I think I had. I think I was even willing to take it one step further, but queen c7 makes a lot of sense. And now, I think I had mentioned that maybe, white's rook can go to e1, immediately improving the rook. And then there's Gabe Ornegi and Leonid Udison. Yeah, waiting. So bishop d3, and now we're going to see knight c5. I'm really confident that Josiah is going to play knight c5. That's the big prediction. And then, I actually really like black's position. I really do. Knight c5 is, again, helping this pawn move forward, and then this bishop is just going to be a monster. It's just going to be a monster. So Josiah's obviously running through his mental processes. And by the way, the time control for this event is G90. So each player gets 90 minutes with a 30-second increment. So it's at a pretty rapid clip. It's at a pretty rapid clip indeed. Which is great because when you have a few boards, it means you're bouncing back and forth, and you see there's relatively a constant flow of action. Let me draw. So my prediction here is rook f to e1, and then My prediction here is castling. Draw arrows for my prediction. Do you have a prediction? Go ahead, say it in chat for any of the games. If you want to try and play Guess the Move with me, I'm more than happy to do that. It's fun. I'm going to request some more coffee so my energy level stays reasonably good. You don't want to get over hyper because it is, it is a long day of broadcasting, but on the other side of the coin, I can get so relaxed just enjoying the show. Yeah. But that is also a danger. Ka-ching. Alright, so always request things. But when you do, say please. It's very, very polite. Okay, so let's see. What were we doing in David Berksey's and Ming Lu's game? I'm trying to. Oh yeah, this is this really cool Slav. I really, see this structure, your Slav where you try and hang on to the extra pawn. The bishop being fianchettoed seems quite good against this kind of line. Because it means this is pinned, right? And must be defended.
Coffee.
Thank you, Ro. And that means that this is being threatened. So if knight takes b5 is being threatened because this is pinned, then I'm guessing black's going to play bishop takes knight. And then pawn takes, oops, right? And then black will castle. This is what I'm guessing, and it seems like, white has a good position. A good position. At some point they may play even a4 and start threatening, because again this pawn is pinned and this knight can't move, and yeah, I like white's position. Black has some things to untangle. So it seems like a couple openings have not gone the way the players wanted. This is happening live in San Jose, California. We are looking at a Grandmaster and International Master Norm tournament. It's the Mission 360 Bay Area Grandmaster International Master Norm tournament number 2. Last weekend I did the inaugural tournament. If you want to see my broadcast schedule and the round schedule, go take a look at it on dailychessmusings.com. Awesome. So Josiah plays knight c5. And again, this is trouble. This is trouble. Because you can't take, because then black's going to open up the b file on you, and that's the last thing you want to happen. Because then Josiah can weaponize the a pawn, scoot this rook over here, and boom, crushing attack. However, leaving the knight here is trouble, because then this pawn can scoot forward. So if we're worried about this pawn scooting forward, because the knight is here and the rook is here, right? Everything wants this pawn to move forward. So what I'm going to recommend is white simply put their bishop there, almost as a pawn. The bishop will act as an additional pawn, locking the center so this cannot be released, the energy from the fianchetto bishop. That is my recommendation. We'll see if Austin May plays bishop e4. And then I think if bishop e4, then if this pawn's not moving forward, then this rook is going to go to the b file. This is because, yeah, and then we're going to see the a and b pawns moving forward for Josiah. So we'll see if that happens. This is what I expect. And let's see. Queen to a4. Now, I didn't expect this move. I expected castling. So instead of castling, wow. Wow. Eric, this is aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. Yeah, you could get your king safe and just, continue your advantage. But Eric is really pushing his advantage here. And this pawn is attacked twice. C6 is weak. This is tricky. This is very tricky, and it looks good for white. So Eric seems to have a nice game. That maybe he'll convert it to a win. Eric's trying to become an international master. He seems to be getting more comfortable in these kinds of tournaments. And then there's rook f to e8, played by Maria. And what's Vian gonna do? I'm guessing something with this rook. He hasn't touched the a rook yet, so I'm guessing he's gonna look at options of maybe rook to b1 or rook to c1. One of those two. That's my prediction. You want to try and touch all your pieces. Use them all. And once again, we are waiting to see if any of these predictions. We'll leave it on the Austin made Josiah Stearman game, because I really think bishop e4 is an important move. I really think it is. We're having a little break in the action. Players are thinking. While we're having a break in the action, let me remind you who you're listening to and what this is all about. My name is Chris Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings. I don't know why my head moved over there. Oops. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to... Let me try doing the Alt button. There we go. And then, no, and then I do... There we go. Yeah. My name is Chris Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings. And we are watching a live action from San Jose, California. Oh, bishop e4 was indeed played, just like I thought. So that locks. Oops. That locks this pawn in place. And so then I was saying, well, if this pawn can't move forward anymore, I'm expecting Josiah to play rook to b8. We'll see. Because the purpose of having the rook here was to help push this pawn forward so that this could be unleashed. But if this is in the way, then black's rook is probably going to change files. I choked on my coffee live on camera. I'll do anything for well, no, I won't. Never mind. All right, so let's see, game 8, round 2. And Eric plays this interesting queen a4. I like this stuff. Pressure, pressure on c6. Weak, isolated pawn. There are no checks. White's controlling all the possibilities of black, stopping all the possibilities of black checking, even though he's not castled. And so it seems like black's going to lose the pawn on c6. It really does. Then we've got Viam Vidyarthi versus Maria Malika. And what would I do here as black? I'd move this rook. I'd play like rook a to c8. Again, just trying to touch all the pieces. I like, I guess I like to play a lot of moves that just make good, simple sense, right? I don't know what all that banging is. Let me take a commercial break. I will be running a free online chess club for everyone who wants to learn. To further this idea, I published a mission statement for Daily Chess Musings that reads, "All those who want to learn chess are welcome here." Our free weekly chess club begins with a live meeting Wednesday at 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time. Remember, you do not need to attend the weekly meetings when they are live to participate, and all students have an entire week to complete their suggested lessons. In this way, the Daily Chess Musings free weekly chess club is 100% flexible to your needs and schedule. New instructions and assignments will be given every Wednesday. If you have to miss a week, no worries. I will make all of the videos and assignments freely available on dailychessmusings.com so you can catch up when it's convenient. Special prizes will also be awarded for top performers in different categories. Plus, we will hold regular tournaments on Fridays and Saturdays, along with special events including scheduled matches between groups, simul's, group chess, and blitz games against me, Coach Chris. So what's the catch? There isn't one. I just want to give everybody the same opportunity to benefit from chess that I had as a child. For over 20 years, I have paved the way for the success of thousands of children regardless of their entry-level skill. By training with me, you will gain the valuable tools and skills needed to excel as a chess player. An extraordinary chess club experience with a top-tier instructor, the confidence and motivation necessary to surpass your chess goals and fast-track improvement. And we are back. That was an ad about what we do here at Daily Chess Musings. Join our community. It's free. You can go to dailychessmusings.com. Check out all the good stuff there. Go to chess.com, join the chess club, Daily Chess Musings Chess Club, and go check out our YouTube channel. Lots of good content. All right. We are live broadcasting the action from Northern California, the Mission 360 Bay Area Grandmaster International Master Norm Tournament number 2. Just looking back at all the boards, and let's see. So black played G6. I don't like that move very much. I don't like that move very much because now white can play this a4 move that I was telling you about earlier. And that's a good move because this pawn is still pinned. Yeah, I don't think black had time to do this. Plus, it creates lots of weakness around the king, and just allows white to do what white wants to do. White's gonna take a shot at this Slav structure, but, and anybody who's played the Slav knows this is yeah. You don't want to allow this kind of thing to happen. And let's see, we've got A5 played by Josiah. So I had been predicting the rook moving over since his pawn's locked in place. Josiah starts, the pawn movement forward right away. Makes sense. And Michael is still just stuck here. He's still just stuck. Eric's got his outplayed him in the opening, and a mistake here could be really, really bad. So he's taken his big time. And then Maria, we're expecting her to move her rook to c8, is what I've predicted. Bouncing back and forth all the boards, seeing what's going on. Whose game do you like the best so far? If you're in the chat, go ahead, let me know. Waiting for David Berksees to play a4. It's a committing move. Once you play it, you can't take it back. It is a pawn move, so he's gonna take a little bit of time. It looks very natural. Looks like the right move, but you have to double, triple, quadruple check things and calculate out deeply. Important to take your time. And there's a4, as predicted. And now Ming Lu seems to be in a little bit of trouble here. To say the least. I mean, maybe you try knight e4. Maybe that's your best bet. This is tough. This is really tough. Knight e4 would interfere with the bishop's pin on the pawn, right? You'd be placing something in the way. So c6 would be okay to take back. But that knight can be attacked with pawns, so it may be that there's just no perfect solution for Ming Lu here. We will find out. And white unified their rooks. Fine move. And now I'm expecting again Josiah to move this rook over. This is what I'm expecting. Well, it seems like Josiah is playing very high level chess, and I am not predicting a lot of his moves in these tournaments. So it's very high level and it's very creative. Bishop d7 is played. Maybe you play bishop f4, because then you got a discovery on the queen. You're setting up a discovered attack. Maybe. Bishop f4 would be kind of neat, because then if black castles, then yeah, you can move like the knight there, and you're defending the bishop, right? So bishop f4. is, I think, a fun-looking move. Of course, bishop a3 looks also fun, because then if bishop takes bishop, then queen takes bishop, and there's no castling. Okay, so there's two possible ways. For black, and they're both very powerful. To employ, Eric can employ his bishop two different directions, and they're both excellent moves. E5 was played. So very aggressive move by Marika, and I like it. It's taking advantage of the fact that this is pinned, right? Striking at the center. Taking with your knight doesn't work because black could take back. So that doesn't work. Scooting forward doesn't work because black could scoot forward as well. So boom, boom. So I think your queen's got to leave. Got to leave the file, and you either go here or here, and this way you're supporting the rook. Those would be the two main choices for Viam. Two main choices for Eric, two main choices for Viam. Back over here, what? One choice. No, I guess two choices. Two choices for Austin, right? Okay. So I'm giving you two choices on, let's see, can I give you two choices on this board as well? Sure, why not? Two choices for Ming. Okay. I've given you two choices on every single board. If you're following, go ahead and say which of those two choices you would play in any of the. Go ahead, say something in chat. Would you take this pawn on a4, or would you put your knight on e4? Taking the pawn relieves the pressure, but leaves you with a weak pawn structure. Not taking keeps this pin alive, but then the knight can be put in the way of the pin, so that if pawn takes, then pawn can capture back. If ax b5, then cx b5. So you can either relieve the pressure right away or block the influence of white's bishop. On this one, your knight's under attack. You can either exchange it on c5 or retreat it back to d2. This one, either Eric's going to set up a discovered attack on the queen, or play bishop a3, and then black will not be able to castle. And on this one, we had a move. So let's see. What were my two choices a moment ago? Okay, so I said the queen. Yep, and the queen took one of the two choices. Take, and yeah, really black has one main choice here. And let's see. Can't white take this with either the rook or the bishop now? Yeah. So bishop takes looks better, because then your bishop is Very nicely placed. So I'm predicting bishop takes d4. If you are watching, congratulations. You've chosen to use some of your chess time quite wisely by following along top level chess masters. And we learn. The class is in session right now. So bishop takes. This is tricky. I mean, you don't really want to have to trade your fianchetto bishop, but on the other side of the coin, white's bishop's so strong right now that a move like knight e8, or I guess knight h5 makes sense because it sets up the exchange of bishops. So one of those two moves makes most sense to me. We'll see if Maria does that. Of the two, knight e8 looks a little, just a teeny bit safer. Because you don't have to worry about your knight being threatened. Whereas knight h5, I mean, you know, stuff like g4, stuff like that, you gotta actually calculate and make sure it's fine. Still waiting for FIDE Master Eric Lee to make his decision about how he wants to go about winning this game. Still waiting for Austin May against Josiah. I like Josiah's position a lot. Still, this pawn is annoying for black. White has successfully locked it in place, and that is not what black wanted. But Josiah's going to be able to swing this knight around. So once he gets that knight back involved, then his position will look better perhaps. And we're still waiting for Ming Lu, who's playing David Berkses from Hungary. All this action is happening live in San Jose, California right now. The players are sitting at physical chessboards. The chessboards are connected to the internet, and you are seeing the moves and the clocks as they are the clocks are accurate, the moves are accurate. DGT boards, really cool stuff. Over the board chess. These tournaments are expensive and hard to organize. Bringing in all these players, you know, from Hungary and in the last one, China. So if you want to donate, go to mission360foryou.org. Mission 360. You can just go and Google Mission 360 chess. It should be the first result you see. And let me get someone to bring in my dog. I hear her barking in the yard. Okay. And let's see. So Austin May chose the exchange of the knights. And this makes things rather simple, I think, for the plan is rather simple for Josiah now. You want to push this here and push that there. You want to slide the rook to the b file and push the pawn. Let's see if that's what happens. Alternatively, he may start swinging the knight, getting the knight back into action. That's another plan. But I like Josiah's position here. It feels easier to play than White's position. The plans look simpler. Again, these players are playing G90 with a 30-second increment. And Eric went with the bishop A3. So this is going to stop Michael from castling. He can't castle without losing this bishop. And if he takes, then he just can't castle. So White's going to be able to castle. Black will not. Let me see if I can fix. All right, so I'm expecting bishop takes A3, I think. Although, I gotta say, bishop d6 is a little bit interesting too. But it looks like all things favor White. White is dominating the center and the b file. So it makes sense that options would favor White. I just posted a game on dailychessmusings.com that talked about this theme of dominating the center and then dominating the game, and we're seeing that. And then again, I'm thinking, that she's going to move her knight to where it defends the bishop. This is the, something like this. And this way, you can trade bishops, you can trade rooks, and then you can start working on White's weak pawns. But right now, even with the weak pawns, White's pieces are better, especially this bishop. So I think you want to exchange to get that advantage off the board. What is going on here? Let me back up. It's David Berksey's and looming. Oh, he goes with the knight e4 option. Okay. So this interferes with that pin, right? That's what's happening here. So now if this goes here, then black can do that, right? But there's a little bit of problems with that because of the possibility of, say, pawn to g4 even. And then there would be not enough defense on the knight. So, yeah. If David Berksey's plays g4, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised to see pawn g4 played right now, because it challenges the defense of a piece that really should not move. It needs to stay there. I mean, there's plenty of other lines. White could simply just take, smack, boom, smack, and have an advantage, right? But if you really want to just go about crushing your opponent and causing them just extreme uncomfort, then g4, I think, is the way to do it. Josiah Stearman does what we expected. So this is just pretty. This is just pretty. Now, the missing ingredient for Josiah would be getting his bishop. But this pawn is in the way. See, that's the missing ingredient. So now his knight is circling around. Get this to move by any means, and then you can scoot this forward, and that is a huge target. But right now there is a bishop blockading that pawn push, so you cannot release the energy of the bishop on g7. I hope you're enjoying our broadcast today. If you are, be sure to give us a follow, or if you're watching the video of this broadcast at a later time, like and subscribe. Waiting for Michael Lee to make this uncomfortable decision. Anyway you look at it, you're not going to be able to castle as black. And as expected, Maria is setting up the exchange. Setting up the exchange. Getting rid of White's beautiful bishop. It's just too powerful. This one, is depending how things get exchanged. I mean, you got 3 pawns against 3 pawns on the king side, 2 pawns against 2 pawns on the queen side. Once these bishops are off the board, if rooks get exchanged, it's starting to look more heading more and more toward a draw. But we'll see. Maybe something exciting and unforeseen will happen. It happens a lot in chess. Especially when you're dealing with players of such talent as we're seeing today. Wow. All right. I say, if you're Eric, you just go ahead and take. You just go ahead and take. And then black's king is exposed one way or another. If they take your knight, then you can move your bishop. And if they don't, if they take your bishop, then their king is in the middle of the board exposed. Wow. I think f6 may have been a mistake. It's a move out of desperation by Michael Lee. A desperation move. Hoping white goes the wrong direction here. For example, if knight were to take d7, then queen could take d7, and then the queen's defending the bishop, so black could end up castling. So it's a little bit of hope chess. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Exciting stuff. Just it's so neat to see. Why we have a break in the action. Let me go ahead and do the web browser thing again for you. So this is dailychessmusings.com. You should bookmark this page. You should subscribe. We are watching the Mission 360 Bay Area Grandmaster Invitational Norm Tournament, the second one. Here's the round schedule. These are happening live in California, so all times are Pacific time. And let me show you the people that are involved in such a wonderful. Here's this is all our coverage of the first one. Here we go. And here's in their program guide for the first tournament. Right underneath it, you see Mission 360. They're the people that are pulling this off. Young guys pulling this off. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Support this organization, please. If you can afford to help out, help out. Because these tournaments are expensive. Bay Area Chess. Wow. They really do transform so many lives through chess. And when you look at their tournament schedule, it's just jam packed. I mean, look. This is all put on by one organization. Can you believe it? That's amazing. It's amazing. And then Cal Chess. What a wonderful, wonderful organization we have in Northern California. This is our United States Chess Federation affiliate, and it's awesome. Support Cal Chess. And then James Eade. He joins me on a lot of broadcasts. Here's his Eade Foundation. Look at all the places he's helping. He helps, obviously, in the United States, but Nicaragua, Colombia, Niger, Zambia, South Africa, Tanzania, Uganda, Lebanon, and Bhutan. More to come. He sends chess equipment and materials to all these places. They're actually building an actual chess school in Uganda. Amazing. Amazing stuff. Support the Eade Foundation. These are all my friends. These are all my friends. It's just, it's so neat, our community in Northern California. Just so neat. Back to our I heard a move, and rook a to b1 was played. Interesting. I was expecting a exchange of bishops right away. So now I'm expecting black to exchange bishops. And then do you take with your rook or your knight? You tell me. What do you think's better? But I'm expecting black to exchange. And then Eric took the bishop as predicted. Now black will not be able to castle. That is a shame. I think you gotta just take, because if you don't take, if you like say take the knight, then white can drop their queen back to a3, and then this is even worse because it is supported. So I think you gotta take as black here, and that's moving your king into the middle of the board when white controls the center, and the door. White can open the door. White's got more control of the center, so they can force the door open, and your king's sitting on the other side of that door. So that's trouble. Wow, Josiah's really swung. It's very nice to see him get his knight in action. Look at this. So his knight was stuck over here. Now watch. Yep, just like that. His knight comes around and is now involved in the game. Again, the missing ingredient for Josiah is just this bishop. If he could get this pawn to move forward, then he's doing fine. If white can keep this solid, make sure nothing moves, then they should be able to defend. So that's the challenge right now. So if you're watching, my name is Chris Torres. Thank you for watching today. I'm enjoying. I'm always happy to share what's happening in Northern California chess. Always happy. Thank you for tuning in. Give us a follow and or a subscribe, a like, anything like that. I'm not asking for donations, just asking for a simple sign of support. Your like, your follow, your subscription, it shows me that you like this kind of broadcast. It's a vote in favor of continuing um, these kinds of programs on my channel, and it doesn't cost anything. Are we going to see G4? David Burke sees he's using so much time here that he must be considering pawn to G4. This is why he's spending so much time thinking. It's a critical moment in this game. If G4 is played, it undermines the defense of the knight on E4, which opens up the possibility of huge trouble for black, because then this bishop can see all the way across. Really fun chess. I'm really enjoying the chess experience. I'm gonna take a quick break. Oops, these are too far in the rear now. I'm gonna run the ads and send a shout out and answer some messages to the. I'm getting messaged from different people in the chess community. I need to respond to those real fast, so I'll see you in just a few minutes. I will be running a free online chess club for everyone who wants to learn. To further this idea, I published a mission statement for Daily Chess Musings that reads, "All those who want to learn chess are welcome here." Our free weekly chess club begins with a live meeting Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. Remember, you do not need to attend the weekly meetings when they are live to participate, and all students have an entire week to complete their suggested lessons. In this way, the Daily Chess Musings free weekly chess club is 100% flexible to your needs and schedule. New instructions and assignments will be given every Wednesday. If you have to miss a week, no worries. I will make all of the videos and assignments freely available on dailychessmusings.com so you can catch up when it's convenient. Special prizes will also be awarded for top performers in different categories. Plus, we will hold regular tournaments on Fridays and Saturdays, along with special events including scheduled matches between groups, simuls, group chess, and blitz games against me, Coach Chris. So what's the catch? There isn't one. I just want to give everybody the same opportunity to benefit from chess that I had as a child. For over 20 years, I have paved the way for the success of thousands of children regardless of their entry-level skill. By training with me, you will gain the valuable tools and skills needed to excel as a chess player. An extraordinary chess club experience with a top-tier instructor, the confidence and motivation necessary to surpass your chess goals and fast-track improvement.
Hey everybody, Shelby from American Chess Equipment. That's www.amchesseq.com. We're the official chess supplier of Daily Chess Musings. Now, if you're a tournament chess player or just need some for the home, check out our new clocks here. This is our Bobby Fischer chess clock made by DGT. It's the DGT North American, just with different colors and way better instructions. Now, if you really want a high-end chess clock, your kid wants a Chronos, but they're hard to find, or Chronoses are impossible to use. What you really want is you want the VTech. The VTech is something designed by me, Shelby Lorman, for the tournament chess player. It's easy enough for people my age, I'm in my 40s, to use. You don't have to hand it off to an 8-year-old to get set. If you want something really cool, we can do customization for you. We can customize clocks, we can customize boards, we can customize scorebooks. If your kid has a habit of losing stuff and you're sick of replacing chess equipment, check out our items here. Now, if your kid has a habit of losing his chess clock, this is something that we can do for you that nobody else can. Looks like a normal, everyday, high-end chess clock, right? Now, let's flip this around. You can see it's got my face on it and everything else. This is a vinyl ink that's very hard to come off. So even if your kid loses it, nobody's going to be able to keep it. Something really nice for the house, you gotta check out our wood sets and boards right here. Now, if you want something nice for the house, I'd recommend something like this. This is our 20-inch pedestal board with our Zagreb set. Let me get this set up for you. Are we the end-all be-all for chess equipment? Maybe not. But we support Scholastic Chess, especially here in Southern California. And if there's anything you need, even if I don't sell it, I can help you find wherever you need to go. So, remember, American Chess Equipment, www.amchesseq.com for all your chess needs.
Hi, I am James Eade of the Eade Foundation. Who am I and what is the Eade Foundation? That's the subject of this video today. I am a chess player from way back when I was in high school. I would win adult tournaments as well as high school scholastic type of tournaments. I got very good. I could even challenge grandmasters and I could fight them. But I wasn't really as good as most of them. So I started to do other things. I would write chess books, for example. I wrote countless articles, 5 total chess books. And I did a lot of other things like organizing international master tournaments, grandmaster tournaments, various tournaments of various types, FIDE Futurities, that sort of thing. And I did a lot of chess. And in 2018, the United States Chess Federation gave me the Outstanding Career Achievement Award. So that's a little bit about me. But what about the Eade Foundation? What's the Eade Foundation? The Eade Foundation was started to help build communities through chess. Chess is what I did. Chess is what I knew. This is the way I could help other people. And by sharing what I had, the resources that I had with those who did not have those resources, I felt that I could make a contribution to society, however incremental it was. It was a contribution. And so I found that this was pretty successful. And it was successful because I would get things like this. These are children in Uganda. These are orphans in Uganda sending me a happy birthday message. And I would get, the Divine Chess Academy was one example. They had to make boards sets and boards out of the paper. And so I could send them real sets and boards so they could have resources to play. I helped in Zambia, South Africa, and other places. And this is what the Eid Foundation does. We help seniors too. Senior centers can start up and hold, because if we know that if they hold chess tournaments or chess clubs and start them, people keep their minds active. And even though it may not prevent something, a devastating thing like dementia or Alzheimer's, it can delay the onset of symptoms. So this is part of what the E Foundation does. The E Foundation also has the Arthur Award. The Arthur Award is given for chess excellence. Someone writes an essay every year, and this year's winner was Alexi Root from the University of Texas at Dallas. So these are some of the things that the E Foundation does. Help players, regardless of what language you speak, regardless of what country you're from, become part of the chess community. And if you're part of the community, you're never alone. So visit us for more videos on the Chess Files, Fridays, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And I hope to see you then, because until then, let's stay connected, be part of a community.
Can you move your knight? Ding, ding, dong. Good job! High five!
The game of chess is a beautiful game because you get to be the king. You get to command an entire army of chess figures. You are in charge. In life, you may not get to make all the decisions yet. In chess, you get to make all the decisions. And welcome back. We are watching the second of the Mission 360 Bay Area Grandmaster, International Master, Invitational Norm Tournaments live from San Jose, California. These are obviously top-notch chess tournaments, and they're giving opportunities to players in the United States to earn some norms and titles. In the inaugural one, Robert Shleilenko from Southern California officially became an international master elect. Maybe we'll see another player earn a title in the second tournament in this series. Let me start the slideshow. There we go. And let's see what happened while we were gone. So some stuff happened. And as it turns out, David did not play g4, and that's okay. He played f3. Similar idea. It moves the knight. And then, actually, completely different idea. I shouldn't say similar idea. g4, the idea is undermining the defense of the knight, which creates this kind of problem for black, right? Then the pawn on c6 is pinned. So that was one way of going about it. David's doing a different way, which is f3 and then e4. And I mean, you could just play bishop h6 now, right? This bishop deserves to be employed, and bishop h6 looks like a good location. You play bishop e6, and then maybe you push e5, right? And things are looking pretty good for David Berkses. All right, let us go to Austin May versus Josiah Stearman. Key for Austin is keeping this bishop out of the game by way of keeping this pawn in place. This is a key point, and Josiah has moved his rook up. So are we going to see a potential battery in the b file? We might see a rook battery. Right now, black is the one with attacking ambitions. Just doing some. I think Josiah is going to play rook a to b8. I think that this is where we're heading, and then I think it makes all the sense in the world for white to get this bishop out of the way of the two rooks, place it on c3 so that b2 is super defended. All right, so that's what I predict here. Then we've got Eric versus Michael. FIDE Master versus International Master. And Eric really just outplayed Michael in the opening. Let's go through. Just outplayed him in the opening. Something went very wrong for... What I liked here is, number one, he's got two pawns in the center. Number two, this rook that's in the semi-open file, watch what happens. Boom! Now the rook's in an open file. So, just like that, I mean, and not only that, but it left two weak pawns on black's side of things. This line did not work very well for black at all. And then Eric, instead of castling, he is playing for the win. Very aggressive, taking advantage of the weakness on c6. No castling for black. Oh, no. Okay. So they did take the knight, and then Eric plays queen a3, supporting. Yep. So now this can even, like, back out, attacking the queen and attacking e5, right? It's really, really tough. Really, really tough. And, yeah, I mean, we may be seeing a miniature. We might be seeing a short game. I think this one's going to be over in under 25 moves. Eric is just destroying Michael in this particular line. Something went very wrong for black in the opening. And white just simply castles. This is a really tough position to be in. You might try king f7. See if you can castle by hand. That might be the best you could do. Because stuff like queen takes e4, then you got to worry about the rook coming and threatening the queen, and then maybe in turn charging down that e-file. Your king's in. The center, like I said, white is got more control, healthy pawn structures in the center is controlling the door, and black's king is in the middle of the board. So if I am black, okay, so queen, and then we're going to see rook fe1. This is going to be a miniature, ladies and gentlemen. This game is not going to last much longer. I predict 25 moves. 25 moves. I will probably be using this in some of my classes I teach this week. Eric Lee has put off being interviewed in the Cal Chess Journal until he gets his International Master title. That's how goal-driven he is. Let's see. I mean, rook f to e1. And then what do we got here? Let's see what's happened on this board since we last. All right, so just to remind you guys what's going on, Maria wants to exchange away White's beautiful bishop, but doesn't. This is mysterious to me. Wow. All right, so she's saying, look how strong my bishop is. I don't, I think, White should have taken the bishop. Bishop takes g7, knight takes g7, queen c3 is what I think. Because now, black's knight is better than white's knight. Black's bishop is better than white's bishop. Black's queen looks better than white's queen. This rook isn't as good as this rook, so white does have one. The other two rooks counteract each other. But white's pawn structure is not as good as black's pawn structure. So, advantage to black here. Advantage to black. Okay, so rook e1 was played. And this is big time trouble. Where's this queen? Where should this queen go? Big time trouble. Maybe g6 is the best move. It's tough. The queen's got to move, and then things are going to start collapsing in the center here. Queen g3 seems rather clever. Let's see if Eric plays queen g3. It's obviously adding strength to the pressure on e5 plus threatening g7. It almost kind of forces the king f7 that I was suggesting that Michael might consider, but then he's not going to get safety over there. And it's kind of neat because it's just leaving this tension alone, right? White's got pieces in better places. Most importantly being the king, right? King safety. Yeah, white's pieces are way better coordinated. Look, the queen and bishop are connected. Black's queen and bishop not connected. White's bishop's way better than black's bishop. Both of white's rooks are better than both of black's rooks. White's queen, yeah. I mean, queen g3 just looks fun. It leaves the tension and adds more pressure. What do you want to do if you're Viam? It's black has a little advantage here. We don't like this knight hanging out near us, that's for sure. What happens if we play g3? Well, we create some weakness around our king on the light squares, but at least we force the knight back, right? But that long-term weakness could come back to bite us. So maybe I'm predicting g3. Let's get the knight out of there, and then knight e6, right? That's my prediction for this board. Queen g3 looks fun. There, let's get back to Austin May. Okay, so the battery has been made, and the bishop was played on c3. Okay, so we were here, and I said, okay, rook b8, bishop c3, and watch. Rook b8, bishop c3. Hooray! Queen d7. Now that's an interesting move. What is Josiah doing there? Is he thinking about like getting down here, scooting this forward, and then bringing the queen out over here? Is that what he's thinking? He might be. Let's see. Yep, that's what he's thinking. All right. Okay. White is super defended. Black is missing just a little bit of force to break through, but white is super defended. Just look. So 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders on b2, right? 4 defenders on b2. That's a lot of pressure. I'm trying to see how Josiah might get the knight involved. I don't think you want to play a3 right now because white can play b3 and you don't have access to take advantage of b2 at all. And then you've lost your opportunity to maybe expose white's king. So I don't think you want to do that. I would like to try and figure out, and I'm having a hard time, figure out how to get this knight or this bishop in the attack on white's king. If you can do that, then you probably win the game. This pawn it's a black pawn, but it's white's best friend and has been. This, keeping the center closed like this keeps the diagonals blocked, which means difficulty for black to mount any more pressure. And whoa, rook b7. What? What happened here? All right, so queen. Okay, so he didn't play queen g3. He plays rook b6. Yeah, that's excellent. That is excellent. Whoa. This is going to be a miniature. I'm telling you, this one I think is going to finish under 25 moves. Under 25 moves. Eric versus Michael. This is going to be a major win for Eric, who started with a draw yesterday against Maria, and getting a win. He's it's what he needs to do to earn these norms, to become an international master. He's one of the organizers of this tournament as well. Yeah, things just went very badly for Michael in this opening. Sometimes, that happens. You're caught in something you aren't familiar with. You make one mistake, and things go very wrong very quickly. Michael is definitely a strong player, just having a very bad game. And let's see. Did White just play c5? Okay, so White wants to. What Viam is trying to do is exchange his isolated pawn for a non-isolated pawn. Seems to make sense, except perhaps this little move here, placing a rook into the file with White's queen. That could be a problem. That could be a problem. I mean, there's other ways of doing it too. Of course, you could trade first, and then put the other rook into that file. That works as well. But this situation looks better for black. I see what Viam's trying to do, but yeah, this is giving black the opportunity to involve his rook on the A file with great purpose. So very, very dangerous stuff. And black plays e4 here, and let's see. I mean, Eric's got plenty of different paths toward victory. Thank you, Lily. Plenty of different paths toward victory. Cracking open a LaCroix lime bubble water. I really enjoy these these flavored waters. There's no sugar in them, and they're very refreshing. And if you're a person who enjoys the feel of soda in your mouth, this is a healthier alternative. There's no bad stuff in this water. Okay, so queen g3. Oh no. Yeah, this is not looking very good for black at all. Look how coordinated White's pieces are in this attack, how active they are in this attack, and look how Black's pieces are all operating without help from any of their friends. Black's pieces are all disconnected. Every single one of Black's pieces disconnected. I expect this one to finish in under 25 moves. Said that before. I'm sticking with it. And then back to Josiah's game. What's his queen doing out here on g4? I wasn't expecting that. What is the queen doing out here on g4? Is it threatening queen g1 check? Because they can block with queen d1, right? If queen g1, then queen d1. So I don't see that that's the threat. Josiah is totally playing next level chess, though. He is a very, very dangerous chess player. And so I think he sees something that I just don't see. What is he doing with queen g4? I mean, is it simply threatening to take h4? Could it be that simple? Maybe he's thinking fx e5, queen takes h4. Yeah, that's not so bad. That's probably what he's looking at. See, I thought when he moved his queen to e8, was it? No, it was d7. That he was hoping to get it to like h4. But I mean, how would he do that? So I can't remember quite what I was thinking, because if black had played a3, then white would have played b3, and then the queen could not have gone to a4. But it seemed to make sense to me at the time. So I believe he's just targeting the pawn on h4. Okay. And then g4 is now played by David Berkses, and from Hungary. Let's see what we missed while we were away. So the bishop, by the way, the bishop did come down here as I had expected. And now f5. This is what he's planning on doing. f5 right away. And it's just crushing. I've seen a few games today that have turned into rather one-sided affairs from mistakes made in the opening. At this level, inaccuracies can be punished severely. Is fx e5 going to be played and then queen takes h4? Or, possibly f5 makes way more sense, right? Because check it out, you got your queen. Yeah. f5's going to get played. f5's going to get played. The push to f5. That is what's going to happen. And then it really comes down to suddenly I'm starting to like white's position. White was able to keep this pawn stuck, right? And that's another reason why you don't want to take there, because yeah, you want to keep it stuck. f5, because keeping it stuck means this bishop was never able to do what it really truly wanted to do, which was add just enough extra pressure so that white's castled position collapses. It was never able to do it. It was stuck behind its own pawn this whole time. This knight tried really hard to get back in the game. It went here, and then it went here, and then it went here, and now back here, right? And it was not able to be the extra ingredient as well. Um, and now it looks like blacks had their opportunity to play an attack, right? They had their opportunity to build up all this pressure. Um, but now it looks like after f5, Austin May is going to get the chance to be the player attacking. Let's see if he plays it. He's got plenty of time. Again, we're playing G90 with a 30-second increment. There's no extra time added after move 40, nothing like that. Just very, very simple time control. F5, F5. We're expecting F5 on 2 boards, and it's an exciting F5. And let's see. No. Back here, we're expecting Eric Lee to win in under 25 moves. The threat here now is rook takes bishop, by the way. Then if king takes, then the queen jumps in, right? That's like the obvious tactical threat. It's severe and just bad. So maybe queen d5 is played. Maybe. I think that's black's best bet, because then you're supporting d7 more. Because otherwise you allow, if you allow this, ouch. Michael cannot allow that. And I think the only way of stopping that is queen d5, perhaps. I think it's the only way. Oh, let me turn the tournament slideshow so you can see what these players look like, rather than watching me drink soda water. If you are enjoying the broadcast, either right now, live, or you're watching it on YouTube, do your thing. Give it, give me a follow, give me a like, give me a subscription, whatever it's called on the different platforms. Do your thing. And it's a free way of showing your support for this type of programming. My name is Chris Torres. I am a correspondence chess master and the Cal Chess journal editor. And what I'm doing is just giving you some bonus coverage of top-notch chess in Northern California, because I'd be following this stuff anyways for the purposes of the magazine. So I might as well show you live why it's happening. So much incredible chess. I don't even know how many pages the next Cal Chess magazine will be. The Cal Chess Journal is going to be like a record size. Because, I mean, my goodness, so much stuff is happening in California. We've got the Super States, our 47th Scholastic Chess Championship. I'm going to be in Santa Clara again on April 9th and 10th in person. There's Queen D5. And, yeah, but I mean, okay. So now he can play Queen H4, and he's got this threat again, right? Then he's got this. I mean, it just... This is just bad. Bad. Eric, you've played a real nice game. Whoa! What just happened? What did... All right. So we just had a cluster of moves. Okay, so he took the pawn. He did not sack the rook. He didn't need to. And maybe rook e to b1, right? stack your rooks. Boom, boom. Seems like, again, you know, your rooks are offensively coordinated. Your bishop's supported where it's at. Your queen is in the 7th rank. I think rook b1 seems like a pretty natural. That was a flurry of moves. Happened very quickly, and this is real. It's happening on the board that is connected. It's a DGT board, so you're seeing the moves as they happen. The clocks should be accurate. Let's see what's happened in this Viam Vidyarthi versus Maria Malika game. Alright, so okay, that certainly is one way. I was expecting, right here I was expecting rook takes, and then rook gets into the file with the queen. Maria opted to use her own queen as the piece pinning, which means this rook still hasn't been used. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I mean, she had the opportunity to use a new piece. I would think that would have been the better way of going, but she's a very, very strong player from Poland. So, so now Viam's got a passed pawn. Congratulations. But now it's something that you need to defend. And I suppose, though, it's worth sacrificing a pawn to get a rook in the 7th rank. So if you weren't to defend, as long as you like move your king to f1 or play pawn g3 or something like this, if you weren't to defend, then when queen takes, rook takes, then your rook can, get to the 7th rank. And it follows that old piece of wisdom that it's worth sacrificing a pawn to get a rook to the 7th rank. It is worth sacrificing a pawn. Sometimes it's worth sacrificing a pawn to get a rook to the 7th rank. And, okay, so he creates the escape hatch for his king. So now when this happens, this happens, and then he can get a rook to the 7th rank. So Viam is thinking, oh my, that's a nice move. That's a nice move. That changes things, doesn't it? Because now that bishop can go there. And then white doesn't trade queens, which means they don't get the rook to the 7th rank. Plus, it's actually targeting a3 on top of it, right? So, what do? You don't want to lose a3 willy-nilly. Maybe queen a4. So you're defending and defending, right? But unfortunately, when queen takes, what do you do then? Because then if you exchange it, yeah, you still get a rook to the 7th rank, but you may end up losing the pawn on a3 as well. Very nice move, Maria. Whoa. She's come to the Bay Area with a purpose. Let's not forget that the visiting players are also trying to earn norms. It's not just the local guys. Exciting, exciting stuff. All right. So let us... there's Eric And if I were to place a guess here, I would just, say that he's going to stack his rooks in the b file. That seems, but maybe he sees something. That's a good safe move that keeps the pressure. Oh man, wow. Okay, let's catch up with the Austin May versus Josiah game. So, indeed, when we were last here, okay, so just so everybody at home knows, the tides have turned, and Austin was able to keep this pawn in the way of this bishop, which meant that this attack didn't quite have enough force because b2 was super defended by 4 pieces. White had 4 defenders. Now it's white's turn to attack. f5. Queen takes h4. Boom. Check. King moves up and queen goes here. And now I think we're going to see g takes f7 check. Let's see. Did it get played yet? Nope. Has not. But I think we're going to see gx f7 check. And that is seriously dangerous. Because then the king's in an open file with the queen, and white's rooks are in a battery. So bad things can happen. Very, very bad things. White has successfully disrupted black's pawn shield. Black was unable to break through. It was interesting because white's assault on black's pawn shield, castled pawn shield, was stalled. Then black had the opportunity, wasn't able to break through, and then now back to white. And this could be decisive. We are seeing exciting chess on many boards. f5 was played here as well. Remember, we had 2 boards with a very powerful f5 move. And this is just very, very uncomfortable for black, to say the least. I wonder what Ming Lu's going to do. David Berkes has gotten himself into quite a powerful position. Wow. Okay. So we're waiting for Ming Lu to make his decision. Let's get back to Austin May versus Josiah Stearman. GX f7 check was played. King f8. So at least now the king and queen are not in the same file, right? At least now they're not in the same file. Still super not happy. If you are black, you are not happy with the way this is played out. If you're joining us, we are watching the Mission 360 Bay Area Grandmaster International Norm Tournament number 2, live from San Jose, California. This is round 2 action. Bunch of top-notch chess happening right here in Northern California. If you like this kind of programming, give me a like, a subscribe, a follow, whatever you're watching. Do that kind of stuff. It's free, not asking for money. Just give me your support by voting for this kind of programming. Give us a follow. My name is Chris Torres. This is daily chess musings. Okay, so now, oh man. This is just very, very uncomfortable. For example, we might be thinking, in terms of the queen trying to get down here, but actually, and yeah, she has a lot more influence that way, but the rook f1 is very, very dangerous for black right now. Maybe if queen g4 is like admitting that you're in trouble, trying to bail out, get a trade. I think Josiah is going to play Queen A1. And the idea is add yet another attacker back here now that the king is in C2. That's why, that's why he played the check. It brought the king up, meaning these two rooks are no longer defending B2. This is very exciting chess. Very exciting chess. Brought to you by Mission 360. Two guys, young guys, Eric Lee, Kevin Pan, FIDE Masters, high school guys, too young to drive. Started a nonprofit, started organizing these tournaments, and are just doing an incredible job. But it's a hard process, so they have the support of Bay Area Chess, just the top organization in our area. And they're playing it at the Bay Area Chess headquarters right now. And then Bay Area Chess has the support of Cal Chess, our USCF affiliate. Tom Langland is the president of Cal Chess. He is a FIDE arbiter for this event. Just a extraordinarily good tournament director, one of the best I've ever met. And then James Eade has made a nice donation to the Mission 360 from the Eade Foundation. So you got all these people in Northern California, and of course I'm doing my part bringing awareness, helping getting this event on chess.com, and also broadcasting it on Twitch. So we're all doing what we can to make these events, these historic events, possible. Everybody's doing what they can, and it's just wonderful to see Northern California chess, the major players, working so well together. Okay, so rook f1, trapping the queen. We were afraid of this. So the only option now is, of course, queen takes a2. So Josiah is going to play that. And then he's got lots of pressure. Again, if this pawn wasn't in the way, he would have deciding pressure, right? But that e5 pawn has been in the way the whole time. What do you do here if you're white? Do you step out so this rook can defend? Is that what you do? Because right now your king is interfering. You don't have enough defenders. So you either need to... I think you have to move your king out of the way. I think you do. So just like that, we saw white attack on the flank, and then it got halted. Then we saw black attack, then it got halted. Then we saw white's attack, a breakthrough, and now we're seeing black's attack, a breakthrough. So the ebb and flow of this game is very nice, very enjoyable to watch. And Ming Lu is still... Okay, Ming Lu made his move. And so, we're totally expecting, what, dx e5 here. Just looks very, very powerful. Dx e5, rook takes e5, and then queen f2. Just looks very powerful. There's two key squares that the queen can get to be threatening very, very bad things. Fx g6 also looks playable, right? Fx g6. Let me draw some arrows for that. If Fx g6, though, see, then the knight can escape back to g6. Ah, but then you would play like bishop d5. Got it. So this seems also playable. Fx g6, knight takes g6. Ah, but he goes with the dx e5. I think that was better. And check it out. Ming Lu's clock is down to 4 minutes. 4 minutes. This is getting intense. Again, he gets a 30-second increment. Rook takes. All right. And now we were thinking queen f2. Of course, there's plenty of other good moves for white here. Let's see if David plays this move rather quickly. I think he probably sees this through. He can see much deeper than I can. An interesting thing of broadcasting games so often now when I'm doing like mental calculations, I'm starting to see arrows. That never had happened before because, you know, I learned a lot of chess from reading books and things. But now I'm starting to imagine arrows in my head. Side effect of so much broadcasting. All right, so, uh-oh, what happened here? What happened? All right, so the queen was forced to take on a2. Whoa. So, my goodness, I did not anticipate this. I did not. This is a threat of checkmate. I should have seen that. That's huge. All right, so rook takes b2, check. Bishop wouldn't want to take because then queen would take, right? Or rook would take. Yeah, rook would take, and then you'd have a sideways battery along the second rank. So then king would bail out to d3, and then you're still in this kind of trouble down here. So Josiah plays rook e8 to take care of this trouble right away, but unfortunately that means he no longer has enough pressure on b2 to do a sack and get to white's king. So Austin May is playing a beautiful, beautiful game. Beautiful game. Not easy to do. Everybody is fighting. You know, Austin wants to become an IM. Josiah Stearman wants to become a GM. And they want it bad. And we're seeing these games. This is high-level chess at its finest because these players aren't playing for quick draws. They have goals in mind, and they want to get them done sooner than later. They're young. The passion, the drive is strong. The force is strong in them. Let's see. So my tummy rumbles. It's getting near lunchtime for me. 2:17 p.m. Pacific time. This started at 11:30, so we are nearly 3 hours into this round, and it seems to be. I did not get a raid. I'm not sure what that means. Oh my goodness! 59 viewers. Whoa! Whoa! That's exciting. That's exciting. Arcane Doctrine. You know so much more about Twitch. I'm still learning. I'm still learning about this. This is exciting. If you are viewing right now, let's do some follows as well, please. Let's get my follow counts up higher. Show me you enjoy this kind of programming. I'm bringing you And he says, I guarantee you that's because you swapped the categories. Arcane Doctrine, you are my best friend of the weekend. Thank you so much. For those of you who don't know, Arcane Doctrine has been a supporter of my Twitch channel from the start, from the very beginning, like, maybe broadcast 1, broadcast 2. And he says, now Master Tortoise is getting the recognition he deserves. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. This is exciting. This blows my mind. And it couldn't happen at a better time in this tournament. I mean, things are super exciting right now on so many boards. So what are we going to see? What would you do here as white? You got a bishop and queen versus bishop 2 rooks. What would you do here as white? You got the advantage because a queen is automatically coordinated with itself, right? A queen is automatically coordinated with itself, whereas rooks, you have to like rearrange them to coordinate. So right now they're coordinated defensively. If you wanted to use them offensively, then you have to stack them, right? A queen is automatically coordinated with herself. So you definitely, in the majority of these, it's much easier to be the side with the queen. If I'm white, and this is kind of a lame suggestion, but you know what? It comes with good experience. H3. They've got a light bishop, so H3 gives you a luft. There's no back rank mate possibility. If Eric plays H3, then he can then comfortably use the advantages of having the queen and black's exposed king and not have to worry about a back rank mate ever. So if I am Eric, I would play H3. You guys agree? Anybody agree? Let me know. Let me know. Give me a shout out in the chat. I'd play H3. All right, now getting back to it finished. Okay, Austin May defeated Josiah Stearman. Major victory for Austin May. Major victory. I was suggesting getting the king out of the way right here so the rook's defending. He went a different route. He went for the checkmate threat. I didn't even see this cool checkmate threat, right? So then, boom, Josiah jumps and blocks it, and that's giving up on any possibility of winning. Really, just trying to hang on. Queen moves over here, knight moves out of the way, and then boom. What's happening there? What's happening? It's a queen sacrifice to end the game? Really? Well, hang on. Oops, that's a bad arrow. So if king takes, right, then you got what? Rook g2 check, or f8 equals queen check. But I think rook g2, kind of a rolling rook kind of thing. And this forces the king to either go to f8 or h8. If it were to go to f8, let's look at that one first. So if the king went to f8, then the rook can go up and say checkmate, right? Okay, so that doesn't work. So then black has to play, okay, well, I guess they could play king h6 as well, right? But then bishop d2 is checkmate. Do you see that checkmate with the two bishops here? And the rook forming the wall. Okay, so that would be checkmate. So Josiah could not go to h6, which means king h8 was the only move. And now this pawn can scoot forward. It doesn't even need to become a queen, by the way. It could become a rook, right? Then rook takes, and then rook takes, and that is game. That is game. And that is why Josiah resigned. Beautiful win for Austin May. Just beautiful. And this move right here, threatening the queen sacrifice. And was there anything? Anything? No, Josiah could not do anything at this point worthwhile. Because this rook is moved. If it was still in the b file, then yeah, he could sack something on b2. But white has sufficient defenders. Incredible game. Incredible game. All right. So let's see. We are. Why is my round 2 and round 1 getting mixed up in my? Let me. So oh, David beat Ming Lu. Let's go take a look. Let me see where that is. Here we go. David Berkesies and Ming Lu. He couldn't. Yeah, I mean, this is just bad. What are you gonna do? Probably Queen e6 is your best bet because you got to defend f7. But if you play Queen e6, then b7 falls. You could try, you could try Queen c5 actually, right? Let's see. So if Queen c5, this like pins the queen. But then white could play queen takes c5. And then rook takes c5. And then bishop takes b7 still falls, right? So, and of course, if knight takes, then that's even worse because then bishop takes a8. So that is why the resignation happened, because you gotta defend this and this, and you just can't. Somebody might ask, well, then what about rook e7? Well, good question. And a good question has a good answer. I think queen d4, and you're threatening checkmate. Now queen c5 is pinning, right? The queen to the king. But then, here we go again, queen takes c5. And if the knight takes back, then the rook falls. Let's see, so maybe not queen c5 there. You could try and play f5, and then your rook is guarding g7, right? From checkmate. But then queen f6. See this crisscross thing here? We see this pattern a lot. This is being attacked as well, plus the rook. So you got all this problems for black to try and solve. Again, I don't know how it's solvable, because if the queen leaves, maybe queen e6. Nope, because look at this, bishop to d. Holy moly! Wow. So then queen takes, and then queen takes g6, and then if rook g7, obviously checkmate, so king h8, and then what, queen f6 again, and then king g8. That didn't do much. Rook takes f5. Now we're threatening a lot of stuff. Try and trade queens if you're black, right? Just try and trade. King h8, and then maybe resigned a little prematurely, I would say. But David Berkesies was going to win this one. I understand why, but Ming could have been a little bit more stubborn. Queen h5, setting up the discovered. But black could throw in a check, right? But now they don't have another useful check. No more useful checks. But this is taking me a while to figure out. I mean, this is... Queen e6, maybe threatening there, right? But then it's white's turn to say check. Now things are bad. Still, it's taken me a while to figure this out. But now white's got plenty of easy options, right? So you could do. I think you do like rook takes, queen takes, rook to e1 check, and this is gonna fall in. Yeah. End of game. End of game. All right. So now we take a look. So Josiah's game finished. Austin May's game finished. Oh, that's back in the last round. I apologize for that. All right, this was analysis. Let's see, who do we got? We got Eric and Eric versus Michael still. Let me get to that one. Eric versus Michael, and I predicted that this game would end in under 25 moves. And we are on 27, so I was wrong. I thought it would be under 25. But this is pretty resignable. This one actually is fairly resignable. Because if rook b7 to stop checkmate, then you got queen c5. Yeah. So this one's going to be official shortly. So I'll keep it right here to see the official finish. Whoever, I guess it's called a raid on Twitch. Whoever helped orchestrate the so-called raid, thank you very much. And if you're watching, give me a follow. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot to me. It gives me the positive feedback needed to continue giving you this kind of programming. Top-notch chess. Grandmaster, International Master, Norm Chess. There's actually another round that's going to start soon. Let me look at the schedule. I may take a short break and then come back and give you that round as well. Now here's the Viam versus Maria. Viam's from San Jose area. Maria's all the way from Poland. Queen and pawn endgame. This could go on. If the trade of queens is avoided, then this is going to be a tricky endgame. 2 exposed kings and 2 queens left on the board. This, buckle your seatbelts. This is going to be an exciting finish. Both these players are working toward becoming an international master. Let's go real fast and check in on the Eric versus Michael. And what happened here? Okay. So as expected, rook went up, queen said check, and then king steps out, queen says check, nice fork, right? And then check, and wow, this is some wonderful chess. Eric's just wiping the board right now, cleaning up the board to an easy victory. He never did play h3 though, never did. So his opponent says, "Go ahead, take my bishop, and you'll be sorry." Ha! I don't think we will. I think Eric. He has two things he can create the Luft, and I think he really ought to, but he could also just play check. But don't take the bishop. This is a trap. What's that meme from Star Wars? It's a trap. Is that Akbar? I think General Akbar. It's a trap. Somebody probably knows. I am having a blast watching this. Okay, so h4 is played, which creates the Luft, the all-important Luft, that is just takes away, crushes the final dream of Michael. And Michael resigns when the Luft. So he played one more trap. One more, he gave it a shot, right? Uh-oh. Then you pretend you're upset, right? And then if queen takes, boom, checkmate. How many times has that worked for Michael in scholastic chess or speed chess? But congratulations, Eric. You are off to a great start. A draw and then a win. Come on, man. Keep this up. He's one of our organizers for this tournament. He's just 14 years old. One of our organizers for the tournament. This is exciting. This is exciting. Last game of the round. All other games completed. On board one, David Berksees defeated Lu Ming. So Grandmaster David Berksees won. Board two, Josiah Stearman lost to Austin May. So a little upset action there. Board three, Eric Lee defeats Michael Lee. Board four, here we are, Vyam Vidyarthi versus Maria Malika. And then board five, quick draw by Leonid Udison against Gabor Nagy. So this is it. And now that these pawns are gone on this side of the board, all the pawns are on the same side of the board, this is going to be a draw. Going to be a draw now. So let's just wait till it's official. So this broadcast, this round was 3 hours something. And I will take a break and come back with the next round. How exciting. In fact, before I go, I'll show you the schedule so you know what to expect. That's cool. That's cool, Arcane Doctrine. Thank you for notifying me to the fact that something major happened with our channel. I appreciate it. Finishing up, this should be a draw. FIDE Master, FIDE Master. They're probably offering the draw right now and soon to accept. And then they can take a quick break before their 4 o'clock round. Nope, still more chess. The fight continues a little bit longer. So, king g7 and then queen c7 and then king goes back, right? And then it's a draw. I mean, I suppose you could, yeah, of course you can interpose. Scoot your pawn forward, start advancing. But, I mean, there's really no hope of these three getting past these two. Because the king's on this side of the board. Even if the queens trade off, there's just no hope. And especially with the queens on, I mean, with all the checks, it's just not going to happen. Okay, so g5 is played. Maria is pushing her advantage. She has one extra pawn. She's pushing it forward. We are looking at live chess from San Jose, California. This is the second Mission 360 Bay Area Grandmaster International Master Invitational Tournament. You are watching live action. Round 2 is finishing up. Round 3 starts at 4 o'clock. If I was white, I'd play king h2 here. But I think the other possibilities are still drawing. It just feels a little more comfortable on h2. But it's really deceptive because the queen can check you there as well quite easily. He goes king h1. Maria is fighting. I mean, this is something that most players would agree to a draw, and Maria thinks she's gonna push through. Some kind of mistake is going to be played by her opponent. I'm really impressed with with her aggressiveness. Quite impressed. This is the kind of thing we see a lot from Magnus Carlsen. Keep going in a position that is just clearly drawn, but just keep maneuvering and keep pushing and keep pressuring. Couple more moves played. King h2, queen d6 check. I don't think you want to be scooting these pawns forward if you're white. I think you just leave them where they are and you move your king out of check. Yep. Keep things tight. It's a barrier. Black's not going to be able to cross this barrier. She's trying, but it's just not going to happen. If you are joining us, this is a fantastic, top-notch chess tournament. We've got Grandmasters, we've got International Masters, and we've got FIDE Masters. All playing live in San Jose, California. And these events are just full of fighting chess. We're seeing lots of results. And we're expecting a draw on the final board of round 2. But it was a hard-fought game. And it's really just nice to see top-level chess happening in Northern California, in my region. My name is Chris Torres. I'm a correspondence chess master. I am the Cal Chess Journal editor, so I write the official magazine for Northern California. I produce that magazine, and so I'd be watching this anyways, but I thought I would just share with you guys, and I'm glad that so many people are enjoying the broadcasts. You can check out the previous round and the previous tournament that just happened last weekend. This is the second in a series of 3 of these tournaments, because if you're going to bring international players in, it's very costly. You might as well, they might as well stay in the Bay Area for a little bit, and you try and stack tournaments one after another after another. And that is what's happening. It means with the 3 tournaments, it is conceivably possible that somebody could earn all 3 of the norms they need to get the title that they want if they perform just out of their minds crazy good 3 tournaments in a row. In the last tournament, we saw Robert Shleilenko get a International Master title officially. He is now an IM elect. Hopefully we see somebody earn a norm or a title in this tournament. We are watching top notch chess and players competing, and with the hope of earning this important title, joining a more exclusive club. If you're a FIDE master, that next step up is an international master. You have to have 3 norms in a tournament with a 2450 average rating, and like 1/3 of the players have to be foreign players. It has to be so many rounds. It's hard to do, expensive to do. Um, you know, while we are waiting, I think they're probably agreeing to a draw right now. Let me show you the web browser. Um, boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Browser window. All right, so this is what we're talking about. Let me make sure you're seeing it. Yeah, you are. Mission 360, Bay Area Grandmaster Invitational Norm Tournament, April 1st through 5th. That's what all the players look like. Those are their names. 3 Grandmasters, as you see on screen. 1, 2, 3. 3 International Masters and 4 FIDE Masters. Just really exciting stuff. Let me move down. This is my webpage, Daily Chess Musings. It's a community. It's an online community. We have a club on chess.com, the Daily Chess Musings Club. I'm looking for the broadcast schedule with the links from the first tournament. And I believe it's here. Here we go. So this is what I was looking for. Mission 360 is an organization started by former student FIDE Master Kevin Pan and his friend FIDE Master Eric Lee. And these guys aren't even old enough to drive, and they started a nonprofit that organizes FIDE Norm tournaments. Incredible. There's Kevin Pan. There's Eric Lee. Just absolutely incredible. And there's Josiah Stearman. Just amazing that they did that. Let me show you Bay Area chess real fast. If you are in our region or you travel to California, we'll have a tournament going for you. You should come on chess vacation to Northern California, because look at the tournament schedule. No matter what level player you are, there's something here for you. You could be the highest level player, a grandmaster. There's a tournament here for you. You could be a tournament player, an expert, a USCF master. There's tournaments here for you. You could be a scholastic player. Tons of tournaments. We are very busy and vibrant chess scene. And the reason we are is because Cal Chess, things are organized very nicely. And Tom Langland is the president of Cal Chess. He's also the arbiter for today's tournament. There I am. My name's Chris Torres. I'm the Cal Chess Journal editor and Scholastic coordinator. And then, of course, a lot of this is possible because of generous donations by FIDE Master James Eade through the Eade Foundation. All these places that are highlighted on the map, on the Eade Foundation's page, those are places where he's supported chess. He supports chess excellence. All right, so I gave my shout-outs. Let me switch back to, there I am. Chris Torres, and let's switch back to our final game. Seeing some last checks. Again, black is not going to be able to pass this barrier. White has a barrier in black's way. With the queens on the board, there's a lot of check possibilities. Pawns are on the same side. So I expect to draw soon, because they have another round at 4 p.m. So you would expect that Maria, all the way from Poland, would want to just say, yeah, this is a draw. Go rest for a little bit. And yeah, you would expect that to be the case. Because let me go look at this schedule real fast. This is the second one. So this, yeah. Oh no. Round 3's at 5:30 p.m. I had the round times wrong. It's not 4. So okay, it makes sense that she's, I guess still pushing. These guys get a break until 5:30 p.m. But still, yeah, we're expecting a draw any moment. Any moment. If you're just joining us now, I will put the whole thing on my YouTube channel as well. Transfer the video over there. But give us some subscribes, follows, whatever. Let's get my follower count up a little bit on Twitch. Show me that you like high level chess. You enjoy seeing it. We're waiting for Maria to decide if she's ready to agree to a draw. And it's the final game of this round. We saw tons of great chess this morning. Still playing. She's still playing. Yeah, you aren't gonna be able to break through. Um, Pawns are on the same side of the board. Once the pawns got eliminated from the other side of the board, that was key. Uh, that makes it very simple, and there's the abilities for these queens to check because both kings are rather exposed. So if black advances the pawns, it exposes the king more, and then white has more lanes to check. Um, Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about who I am and Daily Chess Musings while we're watching. You saw my website is dailychessmusings.com. I started my Chess Musings blog about 15 years ago. I was thereabouts. I don't think it's quite that old. It might just be about 14, I guess. And I've covered every world championship match on my blog, plus a whole bunch of California chess things. So you can go back. I mean, this is pre-Magnus. You can go see what was happening with Topalov and Kramnik. You can go see Anand become world champion and play through those games on my blog. The whole history is there of the last 14 or so years of chess, plus state scholastic championships for California, national scholastic championships. I've been a chess coach for about 25 years. And so you see a lot of the lessons and things. Thousands of free lessons are up there. All you got to do is search for what you're looking for in Daily Chess Musings. But yeah, so I got very sick early on in the pandemic. Spring 2020, I was exposed. I got very sick and was hospitalized. So I took the chessmusings.wordpress.com that I had been doing once I got out of the hospital, and I upgraded it, got its own domain, dailychessmusings.com. And then everybody was like in lockdown, if you remember. And so I organized an online summer chess camp for kids because I realized how stressful and emotional of a time period it was. I did it for free. I volunteered my time. I had over 1,000 kids sign up. 1,000 kids sign up for a week of online chess camp. So then the community was launched. I made the chess club on chess.com, the YouTube channel, and the dailychessmusings.com webpage. So dailychessmusings.com was like the central point. All the broadcasts and video lessons were posted on YouTube, and then we would play in our club, host a whole bunch of club events, and we still do on the Daily Chess Musings Club on chess.com. So then I realized that all this exciting stuff was I was working with these groups behind the scenes on all these exciting events like the one we're watching today. And I wanted to just launch, back into over-the-board chess in a big way. So I made sure to let chess.com know what was happening, And so we've got the events on chess.com, as you're seeing right now. And I am a chess.com partner streamer on Twitch. So I'm new to Twitch, expanding the community. I would love some more followers. That would be super. We are new, so if you're watching, follow. We just switched, by the way, to the chess category. I had mistyped the category. I guess it's chess.com. And Arcane Doctrine, a friend of the channel, notified me of that issue, and suddenly we've got way more viewers than we had before. Instead of one or two, we were pushing 100 during this broadcast. And I think, let's see. All right, so check. If Maria wants the draw, she just goes back to h6, right? If she comes out to f5, then you got queen d5 check, right? And then I don't think you want to be like coming anymore with your king, so I think you're going to scoot back to g6, and then you got the draw again. So the handwriting's on the wall that this should be a draw. But Maria is looking at her options. Good for her. Can't tell you how many times, and this has happened to every chess player, you think for sure 100% it's a draw, you accept the draw offer, and then you go back and realize you could have won. All right, so queen d5 check, and then king g6. This is what I'm expecting. Yep, and now king g6, and then queen g8, and then we've got ourselves a draw. If, king f4, then you got queen f3, right? And then, yeah. If queen e5, then you got different possibilities you can do there. So maybe queen e5 is the most complicated route, but then it's just a king and pawn endgame that is known to be a draw. Although, wait a second. If queen e5, see, and then this pawn scoots over one file, that makes all the difference in the world. So white could not take. So Maria's going to play queen e5. This is my prediction. She's going to play queen e5. And then white cannot take. Viam cannot take. He would need to play queen f7, maybe. Maybe something like that. So Maria's going to play queen e5. I see what she's trying for. If Viam makes a mistake here, it gives black a pass pawn. And then it's 2-on-2 plus a pass pawn. Black can win. So just a teeny bit of drama late in the action here. Just a teeny bit of drama. What would you do here? I'd probably come back here, queen f7, because then you got a bunch of different points to check black's king from, plus you're threatening h5, right? You want to have access to play checks. So queen f7 is what I'm expecting. Do not, if you're white here, you do not trade queens, because when you trade, bad things are going to happen. Black gets a pass pawn. Queen f3 check. And then king goes to g6 again, is what I'm expecting. And then you just got to keep checking. Queen d3 check. Yep. Now queen d3 check. So Viam did not fall for the little trap there at the end. There it is. If she plays Queen F5, I don't think you want to take there either, because then you're allowing Black's King to get. I think you could still defend it, but I think your job's easier as White with the queens on the board, perhaps. Waiting these for these players to agree to the inevitable draw, but gotta give Maria some credit. She's come up with a couple tricky ideas, giving her opponent one or two extra chances to stumble. Let me turn the let's see, turn the tournament slideshow back on. There, now you can see what the players look like. That's kind of cool, huh? That way it's not just names, it's names and faces. And it's not just names and faces, it's names, faces, and chess moves. By the way, all the games are on chess.com in the event section. So you can click, find the event that says Bay Area Chess GMIM Norm Tournament number 2. And look at the round 1 and round 2. And she does interpose with the queen, and we'll see. I'm kind of fond of, oh, he went queen d8. I was going to say I'm kind of fond of the queen c4 idea, because then you're patrolling like the whole 4th rank, plus then you're threatening to come down and say check, like you are now. But it's good enough. Black says check. King h1 again. Now right here, maybe Maria takes the moment to play pawn g4. Because if she gets the pawn to g3, then she's threatening checkmate. So she plays the pawn g4. I think it's, her trickiest means of trying to, squeeze, what's the saying? Squeeze blood from an orange, is it? Or is it squeeze something from a rock? Orange juice from a rock? I don't know. My mind's a little tired. I'm sure Tom Langland is enjoying these last few moves. And then he'll get his lunch break as well. FIDE arbiter and Cal Chess president Tom Langland. Maria's thinking about g4. You got to be very careful with pawn moves because they can never go backwards. They're highly committal. And you don't want to mess this up. You know you've had a draw for a long time. One of the most painful things is miscalculating one thing and then losing when you could have had the draw. It's one of the most painful experiences in chess. If you're enjoying special coverage of top-level chess from a tournament maybe you wouldn't have otherwise even known about, Um, and there's so much we can learn from these tournaments. When players are playing chess, they are high level players are teaching you live. They're having a conversation on the chessboard. If you listen to what they're saying, you can learn so much. Every move in chess is saying something. So, for example, Maria right now is saying, I would love to put this pawn on g3. And Viam's going to say, no, thank you. I'll take. And then she'll take back. And then Viam's going to play pawn g3 to keep Maria from doing it. So, no, thank you, Maria, is what Viam's going to say. I do not want your pawn on g3. This could be our first video to ever break 1,000 views on the Twitch channel. That would be exciting. Let's do it. So again, Viam just needs to play hxg4. Then Maria is certainly going to take back, threatening that again. And then Viam plays g3. And that all of this is to keep black from getting a pawn there. Because if black gets a pawn there, then this king can't escape anywhere. The air hole is taken. It's controlled by the pawn on g3. And then there's threats of back rank mate. You cannot allow that to happen. Viam has 6 minutes, 44 seconds. This is the clocks are real. They're sitting at boards across from each other right now in San Jose, California. Maria is trying to squeeze blood from a stone. This is a draw, but she's created a couple instances now where there were complications. Okay, well, I mean, playing the check. Now, I suspect that Maria's going to move her king up because she wants to get something here, right? So she can get the checkmate. So moving the king up, and then maybe he plays queen h7 check, and then the king goes to f4, right? Yep. Now, if queen h7, then king f4. And it starts to get just a little scary, a little tense for white. So other than chess, just, talking about myself a little bit, I am I do a lot of chess, but I enjoy playing classical guitar. Also, I enjoy playing electric guitar, blues rock, jazz. So I enjoy music a lot. My father taught classical guitar at the college level for 50 years. So I grew up in a very musical house. But chess was always part of my family, a big part of my family. But growing up, we didn't have, an active chess club that I was aware of in Fremont. It turns out that we did, but that's the hometown, right? It wasn't very publicized. The internet wasn't available. There were no ads in the newspaper, so we didn't know about it. So I enjoy creating opportunities for young people, and I enjoy helping out wherever possible. Okay, so there's the take. Maria's going to take back. Try and get her king scooted up. Now she's going to scoot her king up to f4. She's trying to take g3 so she can deliver a checkmate. This is the strategy, and Viam is not going to let her do that. So I enjoy, chess is a community, and there's all sorts of different roles in a community. Right now, we're seeing some incredibly gifted over the board chess players battling it out. Their role is kind of obvious and just incredible, and we love it. It's a big part of our chess. Um, but uh, the organizer, the role of the organizer, the two young men who organize this tournament, working, and then the role of the chess organization, Bay Area Chess, right? Creating all these opportunities and helping. And then the role of your local state affiliate, the role of tournament directors, the role of broadcasters. And there's more and more and more. Chess is not just a game for the elite players. Everybody can be a part of the chess community. And the way you do that is first you love chess, you play chess, and then you help out when possible. And you'll find that a chess community is an awful lot like a say science fiction community or comic book collecting community, whatever kind of things you might be into. You'll make a ton of friends. And the beautiful thing about chess is it's so international. And one day you could be playing with a plumber. The next day you could be playing with a physicist. The next day, And I have met so many incredible people, um, billionaires and professional athletes. I've met them. I've played chess with them. It is, the community is so much fun, and the way that's happened for me is just by being friendly and helping when I can. So it's my best advice as a chess coach is get out there, meet people, and see. If you go to a local tournament or a local club, ask, how can I help? If maybe your local club could use a newsletter if you're good at writing, right? If you're good at marketing, if you have, whatever the talents, if you're an accountant, right? You can help your local chess club incorporate and take care of their, the paperwork. Um, So that the queen is stopping the pawn from moving forward because it's pinned, and the king can't move forward. Nothing can go to g3. If nothing can go to g3, then there's no threat of checkmate. Maria is trying her very best, fighting to the very end. I'm trying to, as I sit here watching, like you are, I'm trying to guess what she might come up with next because she's been rather tricky, rather stubborn about this. She doesn't want the draw; she wants the win. Yeah, this is very difficult to try and make something happen, and this is under attack as well. So this is pinned, and this is under attack, and this is controlled. So first thing, she needs to do something to defend um, f6, and that might just be queen d4. Seems to make sense to me. There's other moves to do it too, queen c3 or queen f5. So those would be the three. That would work too. There's 4, 5. Yeah. So yeah, there may even be, yeah. Of course, there's more, right? There's here and there. Yeah, a lot of different moves that she could play, but the key here is she needs to defend this with the queen, and then hopefully, see white would then have to move. And you want to leave your queen with access to get back to the first rank in case the unthinkable happens and you get some kind of checkmate possibility. Let me erase these arrows because that's just a little bit silly. What is she going to choose? The clocks are real. That is a representation of the real amount of time these players have left. There is no bonuses in time. There's a 30-second increment per move. Next round today is at 5:30. If I get a bunch of extra followers, I may just suck it up and do another round. I may just do that. Regardless, even if I just don't quite have the energy for that, then you can follow along on dailychessmuseums.com. I will post the results. I don't know what my energy level is going to be. And then tomorrow I got a slew of private lessons as well as perhaps some broadcasting. So majority of my private lessons are still online, like Zoom and chess.com and stuff. And I use an actual demo board too. But I'm starting to get back to some in-person lessons. Starting to, like I said, I got really freaked out with my near-death experience in the hospital. And so going out and being exposed is a little anxious for me. I did go to the Cal Chess K-5 Scholastic State Championships. I had a great time. I'm going to the K-8 in Santa Clara, California on April 9th and 10th. So if you live in the California region, you will see me there. If you have questions about chess, feel free to, drop me an email, dailychessmusings@gmail.com. dailychessmusings@gmail.com. I get a lot of games and questions from students all the time. What did Maria do in round one? I'm forgetting. I've been doing it broadcasting for so long. She got a draw in round one. And it looks like she's going to get a draw in round two. And Viam lost in round one to Gabor Nagy. I mean, no shame in losing to a strong grandmaster from Hungary. Maria's down to 5 minutes now. Is she going to accept the inevitable? Or is she still going to try and get something, you know? Again, okay, so she scoots the pawn forward, moving forward. And now I think queen f2, queen takes f2, g3 check, and it's stalemate. Cool. Cool way to finish. Cool way to finish. Good show. No, yep, and it is a stalemate. Wasn't that a cool finish, though? Wow, Viam, thank you for the little fun right there at the end. Queen sacrifice. It's a check. It's a fork. It's a check. It's a fork. So it forces the queen take. And then, when you play this check, if the king were to move away, it's a stalemate. If the king takes, it's a stalemate. If the queen takes, it's a stalemate. Forced stalemate after a queen sacrifice. Very good, Viam and Maria. Thank you for doing that. Maybe I'll use something like that on a puzzle with my students this week. Fun stuff. Hey, if you waited until the very end of the broadcast, you got to see something pretty cool there. That was a little more interesting than the draw would have been had the players agreed to it, say a half hour ago. So sticking with us on this game for a half hour. Oh, is it still going? Has the last move not been played yet? No, it says it's a draw. I don't know why the clock started again. Well, I don't know why. All right. Because king took g3. Yeah. So it officially finished with a stalemate like that. My name is Chris Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings. Go ahead. If you're watching this right now on Twitch, give me a follow. Please tell me that you like this kind of programming. You enjoy top-notch chess, and I work hard trying to provide some explanation of what's happening on the board. If you see it later on YouTube, like it and subscribe. Go check out dailychessmusings.com. It's a wonderful, wonderful website. I've put countless hours of work into that. Go check out the videos on YouTube. Whole bunch of live broadcast plus a whole bunch of my favorite games and lessons from over the years are available there. Check out the different kinds like Master Chess Theater or Checking Time. There's different series of videos that you'll thoroughly enjoy. Something there for everybody. And find me on Twitter at Torres Chess. Of course, we're on Facebook as well. But yeah, on Twitter at Torres Chess. My name is Chris Torres, and thank you for tuning in. See you later.